Alright, for this trick I'd like to use my old Maverick deck. I just like the finish on these cards for their sort of slipperiness, which will be perfect for this shuffle I'm about to show you in a moment. So with this effect, it's a hands-free effect. In other words, you can actually just instruct a spectator to hold onto a borrowed deck of cards in their own hands, and they just listen to your instruction, and the whole trick unfolds within their own hands. So I love tricks like that. I think they're more closer to like real magic when it's in the spectator's hands at the whole time. Anyways, what I'd like you to do is grab a deck of cards if you want to follow along, or you can just watch how this would be performed and you can try it later. So what you're going to do is, by the way, I'm actually titling this trick the name synchronicity effect, because, well, you'll see in a moment, it has to do with the names of cards and the name of the spectator themselves, and hopefully this will be a nice, fresh, new effect that you've never really seen before. Well, it's something I've created, put together based on other effects I've learned in the past, as usual with a lot of my tricks on this channel. So what I'd like you to do is just give a deck a shuffle, and it's also very important to make sure that you have a full 52 deck of playing cards and no jokers. And okay, so what we're going to do for starters is have the spectator simply deal cards face up one at a time for each letter spelling their first name. So in my case, I'll use my Calibus name for my channel, C-A-L-I-B-U-S, and then the next card they're just going to place face down like that after they've spelled their name. Okay, again, I'm going to use my names, and you're going to do the same thing using your same name or whatever name you decide to use, the exact same way with the first pile, C-A-L-I-B-U-S, and then take the following card and then just place it face down on top, just like that. Now with the remainder of the deck, just deal the cards, alternate, so you have two even piles of face-up cards on top of your random mystery cards, which we're going to utilize for this synchronicity name effect. So I'll just quickly deal through, and once you've done dealing all the remaining cards, just pick up any one of the piles and then just place it face up just like that on top of the other pile. And we'll turn the entire deck over, square it up, and you instruct the spectator to just lift off about the top third of the deck, and then just to peek at the bottom card to themselves if they like, or it doesn't matter if you see it, it's all in their hands anyways. So they're memorizing the Nine of Hearts in my case, whatever your card happens to be, the third way down, just remember that card. This is important to remember this card. Otherwise, yeah, the trick would be a real fail if you forgot the card. So anyways, what you're going to do is pick up the, while you're holding onto this packet, of course, you're just going to pick up the about a little over half of the remaining cards on the table, about 3/4 maybe, and you're just going to bury the thought or remembered card on the bottom portion of the deck on top of the remaining cards, and then just bury the packet with the remainder in your hand, just like that. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're simply going to find our mystery cards. So here's our first one, and you're just going to set it on the table face up like that, and the cards in your hand, just set them aside for the moment, and then glide through the other cards up to the next face up card, and these cards just set them right in front of you, and then this face up card right beside the first card. And these cards left in your hand, just drop them on top of the packet in front of you, and the cards that you set to the side, drop them to finish the pile like so. Okay? Now, here's where the synchronicity comes in. Now, you're remembering your card. Now, this is crucial. You're going to have a spectator or yourself choose which card is going to finish the synchronicity reveal. So I'll say, and I'll pick the King of Spades. So the other card that you don't choose, just place it face down on top of the deck. Okay? Now, for the synchronicity, what we're going to do is we're simply going to spell the name of the playing card. So in this case, mine is King of Spades, so I'll spell K-I-N-G of O-F and Spades S-P-A-D-E-S, just like that. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to deal a few more cards based on the amount of the value of the card. So in this case, well, King being 13, we're actually not going to use, for court cards, don't use the total value of the court cards. That would be using too many cards. So what we're going to do is simply just add the 2 digits of the court card, whatever it is for their value, and that'll give you a single random digit. And of course the other single digit playing cards, they just represent themselves. So for the king in this case being 13, I just add 1 and 3 and 13 together. It gives me 4, so I'm going to deal 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And whatever number value your card is, you deal that number value up to 9. So 9 would be the most that you'll ever deal on top of the name of whatever card. Okay? So once you've done that, you're going to just set these cards aside to total later. We'll refer to those later, and we'll leave our card there. Now with the remainder of the deck, we're just going to do this Klondike shuffle, I've heard this called. Now there's two ways of doing it, whatever's easier for your spectator. You know, I prefer to just pull the top and bottom cards together, hold, you know, grip the pack firmly, and then with your other fingers just pull the two cards together like this, the top and bottom, just like that together, and all the way through until you run out of cards. So this is what I've heard to be called the Klondike shuffle. You just go all the way through like that. Now if it's too hard for your spectator to do this, the cards are kind of sticking or whatever, you can just have the spectator deal the bottom card first and then the top card on top. The bottom and top, just alternating carefully like this. Bottom, top. But I'll just keep going the way I like, just kind of like this. And continue all the way through the deck carefully. And once we've got them all shuffled in this manner, we're simply going to look at the total of cards that we've come up earlier from this name here and the number of the value. So I'll just deal and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is the number I arrive at. Now believe it or not, the number you arrive at based on the card you've chosen, you will find, believe it or not, your memorized card that you've just cut to earlier and just buried in the bottom portion of the deck. So to prove that, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 was my number, I believe. Here's the 16th card, and I remember my card was the 9 of hearts, and whatever your card is, it should arrive at whatever your number was. There's my 9 of hearts, and that's the effect. So I hope you liked it. I hope it's something kind of new and refreshing for you that you haven't kind of seen before. I mean, I know there are similar tricks, but I hope this one really amazes you. Anyways, thanks for watching, and maybe I'll have a video again sometime not too far away like this one. Okay, talk to you later.